The air crackles with anticipation. A hush falls over the room. Around a table draped in dark velvet, a group of individuals gather, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of candlelight. They are participants in a séance, a ritual steeped in mystery and shrouded in an ethereal allure that has captivated humanity for centuries. The very word séance evokes images of darkened rooms, whispered incantations, and the tantalizing possibility of piercing the veil that separates the living from the dead. But what exactly is a séance? At its core, it is an attempt to communicate with the spirits of the deceased, to seek guidance, solace, or simply to prove the existence of an afterlife. It is a journey into the unknown, a foray into the realm where the boundaries of life and death blur, and where the impossible seems tantalizingly within reach. Throughout history, séances have been shrouded in controversy, dismissed by skeptics as mere trickery and embraced by believers as a profound and sacred practice. The history of séances is a rich tapestry woven from threads of spirituality, showmanship, and scientific inquiry. Its roots trace back to ancient times, with shamans and oracles communicating with the spirit world. The modern séance emerged in the mid-19th century, fueled by the spiritualist movement.
The Fox sisters claim to communicate with the dead through mysterious rappings, sparking a nationwide craze. People from all walks of life flock to witness their séances.
The Fox sisters' séances, with darkened rooms and levitating tables, became the template for others. Mediums emerged as central figures, acting as conduits between the living and the dead. As séances grew in popularity, so did skepticism, with critics denouncing mediums as charlatans. Despite controversy, séances thrived, fueling a fascination with the paranormal that continues today. The enduring fascination with séances stems from our innate human desire to understand the mysteries of life and death. The possibility of communicating with loved ones who have passed on, of seeking their guidance, or simply feeling their presence once more, holds an irresistible allure. Séances offer a glimmer of hope in the face of loss, a way to bridge the seemingly insurmountable gap between the living and the dead. Moreover, séances tap into our curiosity about the unknown, our desire to explore the hidden dimensions of reality. They offer a glimpse into a world beyond our everyday experience, a realm where the impossible seems possible, and where the boundaries of what we believe to be true are constantly challenged. Whether we approach séances with skepticism or belief, we cannot deny the sense of wonder and intrigue they evoke. The desire to communicate with the dead is not a modern invention. Throughout history, cultures have engaged in rituals to connect with the spirit world. From ancient shamanic traditions to séances, the human fascination with the afterlife has endured. The modern séance emerged from a blend of ancient mysticism and scientific curiosity. The mid-19th century saw a surge of interest in spiritualism, emphasizing communication with spirits. It was a time of great social and technological change, challenging traditional beliefs. Spiritualism offered solace and connection in a fragmented world. People believed their deceased loved ones resided in a spiritual realm, accessible through the veil of death. The spiritualist movement gained momentum in the United States, where religious fervor created a receptive audience. The Second Great Awakening primed many for spiritual seeking. This religious backdrop, combined with mesmerism and phrenology, paved the way for spiritualism. Mediums claiming to communicate with the dead became central figures in the movement. They employed techniques like automatic writing and spirit photography to facilitate communication with spirits. Their seances, shrouded in mystery and theatricality, attracted large crowds eager to connect with loved ones or receive messages from the beyond.
The story of modern spiritualism is intricately linked with the enigmatic Fox sisters, Margaret, Kate, and Leah.
These young women from Hydesville, New York, claimed to communicate with spirits through mysterious rappings in 1848.
The sisters asserted these knocks were messages from a murdered peddler buried in their house.
Their claims were met with awe and skepticism, drawing curious onlookers and investigators. News spread rapidly, turning them into celebrities of the spiritualist movement.
Their fame ignited a spiritual firestorm, captivating audiences with their spirit communication.
The Fox sisters sparked a nationwide obsession with seances. Seance rooms sprang up across the United States and Europe. People from all walks of life flocked to these gatherings. Seances offered solace and closure, especially after the Civil War. Even Queen Victoria was said to have held seances. The diversity of practices and beliefs grew within the movement. While seances captivated the imaginations of many, they also attracted their fair share of criticism and skepticism. From the outset, magicians, scientists, and professional debunkers sought to expose the tricks and techniques employed by mediums to create the illusion of spirit communication. They argued that the phenomena witnessed during seances could be explained by natural means, such as sleight of hand, hypnosis, or the power of suggestion. Magicians, skilled in the art of illusion, were quick to point out the similarities between stage magic and the feats performed by mediums. They revealed how mediums could manipulate objects in a darkened room, produce eerie sounds, and even create the illusion of levitation using hidden assistants and cleverly concealed mechanisms. These exposures, often presented in public demonstrations and published articles, aimed to debunk the claims of mediums and show that what appeared to be supernatural was often nothing more than skillful trickery. Scientists, embracing the principles of rationalism and empirical evidence, viewed seances with a critical eye. They conducted experiments to test the validity of mediums' claims, employing controlled environments and scientific instruments to eliminate the possibility of fraud or unconscious influence. These investigations often revealed inconsistencies in mediums' abilities, highlighting the lack of verifiable evidence to support the existence of spirit communication. Despite the efforts of skeptics and debunkers, seances continued to thrive, attracting a devoted following who firmly believed in the reality of spirit communication. The debate between believers and skeptics raged on, fueling public fascination with the paranormal and raising questions about the nature of consciousness, the afterlife, and the limits of human perception.
The Victorian era, with its rigid social structures and fervent religious beliefs, proved to be fertile ground for the growth of spiritualism. Seances exploded in popularity, captivating all levels of society.
From grand drawing rooms to humble abodes, the quest to connect with the spirit world became a cultural phenomenon. The Victorian era's fascination with death and the afterlife fueled spiritualism's message of hope.
The death of a loved one was common, and seances offered solace and proof of continued existence.
The rise of spiritualism coincided with significant social and technological change. In this rapidly changing world, seances offered stability, and a connection beyond the material realm. Stepping into a Victorian séance was akin to entering another realm. The atmosphere was carefully curated to evoke a sense of mystery and anticipation. Participants, dressed in their finest attire, took their seats around a table draped in dark fabric. The séance began with the medium establishing a connection with the spirit world. This might involve entering a trance state or reciting prayers. As the séance progressed, a variety of phenomena might occur. Rappings and knocks were common occurrences, often interpreted as messages from the spirit world. Table tipping, where the table would shake or move, was attributed to spirits interacting with the physical world. For many Victorians, séances were more than just a passing fad or a source of entertainment. They were a deeply personal and often emotional quest for connection with loved ones lost. The Victorian era was a time of great emotional repression, particularly for women, and séances offered a safe space to express grief, seek solace, and find a sense of closure. The desire to communicate with deceased loved ones was a powerful motivator for attending séances. Parents who had lost children, spouses mourning the death of their partners, and families torn apart by war sought comfort in the belief that they could reconnect with those who had passed on. Messages from the other side, relayed through the medium, often provided reassurance, advice, or simply a sense of their loved one's continued presence. Beyond personal grief, séances also offered a way to seek guidance and wisdom from the spirit world. People consulted mediums on a wide range of matters, from business decisions and love affairs to health concerns and spiritual dilemmas. The belief that spirits possessed knowledge and insights unavailable to the living made them sought-after advisors. The Victorian era was a time of great religious upheaval. The rise of science and rationalism challenged traditional religious beliefs, leaving some individuals feeling spiritually adrift. Spiritualism, with its emphasis on personal experience and communication with the divine, offered an alternative path for those seeking spiritual fulfillment outside the confines of established religion.
The fascination with séances reached the highest echelons of Victorian society, with Queen Victoria herself rumoured to have been a believer in spiritualism. She sought solace and perhaps even guidance from the spirit world after Prince Albert's death.
Queen Victoria plunged into a deep and very public period of mourning. She wore black for the rest of her life and surrounded herself with mementos of her late husband. It was during this period of intense grief that she is said to have become interested in spiritualism. The explosive popularity of séances in the Victorian era gave rise to a new breed of celebrity, the medium. These individuals captivated the public imagination with their purported ability to pierce the veil between the living and the dead. They became sought-after figures, drawing huge crowds to their séances. Their names and faces adorned newspapers and magazines. Some achieved notoriety for producing seemingly impossible phenomena like levitation. Others claimed to communicate with spirits telepathically. Their séances became theatrical spectacles, blending elements of spiritualism and showmanship. The lives and careers of these famous mediums offer a fascinating glimpse into the cultural landscape of the Victorian era. Their stories are tales of ambition, intrigue, and controversy. These celebrity mediums played a crucial role in shaping public perceptions of spiritualism. Their influence extended beyond the séance room, influencing art and literature. Their legacy continues to fascinate and provoke debate today. Helena Petrovna Blavatsky, better known as Madame Blavatsky. Born in Russia in 1831, Blavatsky's life was a whirlwind of travel and spiritual exploration. She claimed to have spent years traveling throughout Asia, studying esoteric traditions.
Blavatsky's influence on spiritualism and esoteric thought was profound. In 1875, she founded the Theosophical Society, promoting universal brotherhood.
Blavatsky's teachings resonated with those seeking spiritual enlightenment outside traditional religion. She presented a complex cosmology, captivating many, including prominent figures in the arts and sciences.
Cora L.V. Scott, a voice from the spirit cabinet. Born in 1840, Cora L.V. Scott was a celebrated and controversial medium. Known for her stage presence and ability to channel spirits, her seances drew huge crowds.
Scott's signature act involved entering a trance state within a spirit cabinet. From this darkened enclosure, she claimed to channel spirits, speaking in different languages and playing instruments.
Critics accused her of trickery, suggesting ventriloquism and hidden assistance.
Supporters defended her, attributing her abilities to genuine psychic gifts. Despite controversy, Scott remains significant in spiritualism history. Her story reminds us of the enduring human fascination with the unknown.
Daniel Douglas, Home, Levitation, and the Spirit Realm. Few mediums have captured the public imagination quite like Daniel Douglas Home, a Scottish-born medium whose purported abilities to levitate, communicate with spirits, and produce otherworldly phenomena made him both a sensation and a source of intense controversy in the mid-19th century.
Home seances were legendary, often taking place in well-lit rooms with no apparent use of trickery or elaborate stagecraft. His most famous feat, levitation, was witnessed by many credible observers, including scientists, writers, and even royalty. Accounts describe him floating effortlessly in midair, sometimes even soaring above the heads of those present, seemingly defying the laws of gravity.
Beyond levitation, Home claimed to communicate with spirits through a variety of means, including automatic writing, spirit rapping, and even the materialization of spirit hands that could interact with objects and individuals in the room. His seances often included musical performances, with instruments seemingly playing themselves, and the appearance of mysterious lights and fragrances attributed to the presence of spirits.
Skeptics and critics accused Home of being a clever conjurer, employing trickery and illusion to deceive his audiences. However, despite numerous investigations and attempts to debunk his abilities, no conclusive evidence of fraud was ever found. The mystery surrounding Daniel Douglas Home and the true nature of his powers continues to fascinate and intrigue researchers of the paranormal today. His story, like many others in the history of spiritualism, highlights the enduring human desire to understand the mysteries of consciousness, the afterlife, and the limits of human potential. The legacy of the mediums, enduring intrigue and controversy. Famous mediums of the 19th and early 20th centuries left an indelible mark on the cultural landscape. They sparked debates about reality, the afterlife, and human perception. Their seances attracted a diverse following, from grieving individuals to curious skeptics. The fascination with the paranormal and the afterlife remains a subject of enduring intrigue.
The practice of holding seances, once a staple of Victorian parlors, has undergone a significant transformation.
The core objective, to connect with the spirit world, remains unchanged.
Modern seances reflect a more open, inclusive, and technologically integrated approach.
They often take place in well-lit, comfortable settings.
The emphasis is on creating a safe, non-judgmental space.
The focus has shifted to fostering personal experiences and seeking guidance.
Contemporary séances, while drawing upon the rich history and traditions of spiritualism, often incorporate a more eclectic blend of practices and beliefs.
Meditation, energy work, and psychic development exercises are commonly integrated into the séance experience, creating a holistic approach that emphasizes personal growth and spiritual exploration alongside spirit communication.
The role of the medium, while still central to the séance, has also evolved.
Modern mediums may describe themselves as psychic mediums, trance mediums, or healers, reflecting a broader range of skills and approaches to connecting with the spirit world.
They may emphasize their ability to communicate with spirit guides, angels, or loved ones who have passed, offering messages of comfort, guidance, or insight.
The structure of a modern séance can vary widely depending on the medium and the group's intentions.
Some séances may involve a guided meditation to raise the group's vibration and create a conducive atmosphere for spirit communication.
Others may focus on psychic development exercises, where participants learn to develop their own intuitive abilities and connect with their own spiritual guidance.
Communication with the spirit world may take various forms, including clairaudience, hearing messages, clairvoyance, seeing images or visions, clairsentience, feeling sensations or emotions, and claircognizance, knowing information intuitively.
The medium may relay messages directly from spirits, interpret signs and symbols, or facilitate communication between participants and their loved ones in the spirit world. The world of modern mediumship boasts a diverse cast of individuals who claim to possess the ability to communicate with the spirit world.
These contemporary mediums, often thrust into the spotlight through television appearances, books, and public demonstrations, carry on the legacy of their Victorian predecessors.
James Van Praagh, known for his compassionate approach, delivers messages of comfort and healing from loved ones who have passed away.
His books, television shows, and public appearances have introduced millions to the concepts of mediumship and the possibility of life after death.
Theresa Caputo, the self-proclaimed Long Island medium, has gained recognition for her flamboyant personality and her purported ability to communicate with spirits.
Her television show captivates audiences and draws criticism from skeptics. The ongoing allure of séances, seeking connection in a modern world.
In an increasingly secular and technologically driven world, the enduring allure of séances speaks to a fundamental human need for connection and meaning.
While traditional religious beliefs may be waning for some, the desire to believe in a reality beyond the material realm remains a powerful force.
Modern séances, stripped of their Victorian theatricality, offer a space for individuals to explore their spirituality and confront their grief.
They provide a sense of community, a shared experience that can be both comforting and empowering.
Séances in the shadows, depictions in media and literature.
The allure and mystique of séances have long captivated the creative imagination, weaving their way into countless works of literature, film, television, and art.
From chilling horror stories to lighthearted comedies, séances have served as both a source of fear and fascination.
Gothic literature embraced séances as a potent symbol of the uncanny and the unknown.
Classic novels like Edgar Allan Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher feature séances as pivotal plot points.
These stories often blurred the lines between sanity and madness, questioning the reliability of perception and the true nature of the supernatural forces at play.
From horror to humor, the evolving portrayal of seances.
While horror films have often exploited the fear factor associated with seances, comedies have embraced their comedic potential.
Films like Ghostbusters and Beetlejuice turned the traditional seance on its head, injecting humor and irreverence into the spirit world.
The portrayal of mediums in popular culture has evolved from serious, often enigmatic figures to characters with a wider range of personalities and motivations.
Shows like Medium and the Ghost Whisperer presented a more empathetic and often procedural approach to spirit communication.
The history of seances is deeply intertwined with skepticism and debunking efforts.
From the early days of spiritualism, exposes and investigations have revealed how mediums employed trickery to deceive their audiences.
Stage magicians skilled in the art of illusion have played a crucial role in debunking seance phenomena.
They have demonstrated how mediums could produce rapping sounds, move objects unseen, and create the illusion of levitation.
The work of famous magicians like Harry Houdini helped to shed light on the tricks of the trade.
Scientific investigation has also played a crucial role in debunking seance phenomena. Despite centuries of debunking efforts, the allure of seances persists.
The enduring fascination with communicating with the dead continues to captivate the human imagination.
The human experience of grief, loss, and the desire for closure likely play a significant role in the enduring appeal of seances.
For those who have lost loved ones, the possibility of connecting with them again can be a source of comfort, healing, and hope.
Seances tap into a broader human fascination with the unknown and the mysteries of consciousness.
From the dimly lit parlors of Victorian England to modern-day seances, the quest to connect with the spirit world has left an indelible mark on human history. The story of the seance is a testament to our enduring fascination with the unknown and our yearning to bridge the chasm between the living and the dead. Throughout the centuries, seances have sparked passionate debates about the nature of reality and the validity of psychic phenomena. While skeptics dismiss seances as elaborate hoaxes, believers point to compelling anecdotal accounts and unexplained phenomena. The legacy of the seance is a complex one, woven from threads of spirituality, showmanship, scientific inquiry, and the deeply personal human need for connection and meaning. The enduring debate surrounding seances reflects a fundamental tension in the human experience. The scientific method has yet to provide conclusive proof of the existence of spirits or the validity of seance phenomena. Skeptics argue that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Believers in the paranormal argue that our current scientific understanding of consciousness and reality is still evolving. The truth likely lies somewhere in the gray area between these two extremes. The decision of whether or not to believe in the validity of seances is ultimately a personal one. The journey into the world of seances is a deeply personal and often unpredictable one. If you approach seances with an open mind and a willingness to consider alternative perspectives, you may find yourself drawn into a world of fascinating possibilities. It is essential to proceed with caution and a discerning eye. The enduring legacy of the seance lies in its ability to ignite our imaginations and challenge our assumptions about the nature of reality.